Good day everyone, and I am Mary Jean Bolawit. So in this topic, I will discuss about beverage only, beverage and food, and beverage entertainment activity. So, serving alcoholic beverage. If you have the skill to serve alcoholic beverage responsibly, and you can properly account for them, you are better prepared to manage a variety of food service operation. Many operations include alcohol is a major component of the products they offer to guests. The reason is simple. There are three types of operation that serve alcoholic beverage. This can be grouped as beverage only, beverage and food, and beverage entertainment activity. So beverage only. Beverage only bars are the often neighborhood gathering places. Some are frequented by business people who work in that vicinity where our travelers may drop and when they are in the area. Liquor can be anything from comfortably casual to upscale. So when provided entertainment may include television, recorded music, a pool table, pinball, and music. So in some cases, an outdoor settings may also be an attractive customer draw. So beverage and food. Beverage and food operation are the predominant types of beverage operation in the United States and a major industry in the world today. Restaurants serving wine, beer, and bars limited menus are example of this type of service. So beverage or food operation can include quick service restaurant, full service restaurant, self-service restaurant, airport bars, sports complex such as areas, and studios, grocery or convenience store, carry out breakfast pubs, hotel room service, banquet halls, and country clubs. So it is important to remember that profit margins of alcoholic beverages are generally much higher than those on food. Thus, it makes a good business sense to add service of alcoholic beverage to the service and providing food wherever possible. Next, beverage and entertainment activity. Beverage and entertainment activity is operation exists because many people want to do something while they consume their favorite alcoholic beverage. As I discussed earlier, eating is one of those favorite activities. This is a segment of beverage business, however, can offer even more. There are the enormous variety of these types of entertainment and activities that can accompany beverage service, ranging from the dartboards in the pool tables of elaborate stage shows in the nightclubs and the cabarets. So there are the high-tech clubs where the entertainment comes from. Beverage entertainment activities operation can include community clubs, taverns, entertainment clubs, full-service restaurants, and sports complex. Last is classification of alcoholic beverage. So alcoholic beverages are simple those products that are meant for consumption as a beverage and that contain a significant amount of ethyl alcohol. So these are the generally classified as beer is a fermented beverage made from grain and flavored with hops. Wine is a fermented beverage made from grapes, fruits, and berries. Spirits is a fermented beverage that are distilled to increase the alcohol content of the product. So, if you manage a facility that sells beverage, is exclusively you face a set of challenges that deserve especially attention. In many ways, you will treat beverage products and the manner similar to the food product. The beverage product you buy will be specified, order, receive, and store in fashion that is very close to the food product. And that's all. Thank you.
Responsible alcoholic beverage service. The society holds the seller of alcoholic beverages to a very high standard. In all states, the sale of these products is regulated either by the licensing of establishments that are allowed to sell alcoholic beverages, licensed states, or by direct control and sales of the products by the state or controlled states. Many states have now enacted third-party liability legislation, dram shop laws. Dram shop is derived from the word dram, which refers to a small drink, and shop, where such a drink was sold. This series of legislative acts shift by the liability for acts committed by an individual under the influence of alcohol from that individual to the server or operation that supplied it. Forecasting beverage sales. The number of possible menu items in the average bar or lounge is torturing human imagination has few limits. Thus, the number of different mixtures a skilled bartender can concoct makes forecasting guest item selection a different process indeed. Of course, you know how to track the number of guests served and the items these guests will buy. Percent, selecting the proportion of people who will buy a particular drink given a choice of many different types of drink must be modified somewhat if it is to be applied to forecasting beverage sales. In fact, beverage sales forecasting varies also by the type of beverage sold. Forecasting beer sales. Forecasting beer sales is essentially the same of forecasting any regular menu item. That is given a choice of beverage products, some percentage forecasting beverage sales, 139 of your guests will likely choose beer. You have monitored your percent selecting data and found that 1 out of 4 guests coming to the race will order beer. You need to determine, however, which specific brand of beer your guests will buy, given the several brands of beer that you carry. Forecasting wine sales. The forecasting of wine sale is similar to that of beer sales, in that it must be divided into more than one part. The most managers forecasting wine sale is a process that must be divided into 2 parts. First is forecasting bottle wine sales. Second is forecasting wine by the glass sales. First, forecasting bottled wine sales. When forecasting wine bottle sales by the bottle, you treat an individual type of bottle wine exactly as you would treat a menu item. A wine list or wine menu detailing the selections of wines available can be presented to the guest who then makes a choice. Second is the forecasting wine by the glass sales. So generally forecasting the sales of house wines, the wine served to a guest who does not supplicate a specific brand when ordering, or any wine sold by the glass is done in a manner similar that used in forecasting beer sales.
Good day everyone, my name is Angela Gabutin. In this topic, I will discuss about forecasting spirit sales, standardized drink recipes and portion, purchasing beverage products, and determining beer products to carry. Forecasting spirit sales, like beer and wine, the number of guests who ordered a mixed drink can be tracked. Unlike beer and wine, however, the exact item the guest will request is very difficult to determine. When ordering spirit, tracking sales can become somewhat complicated. The purpose of this method is, of course, to simplify the process of recording guest preference. For example, assume 2 guests order bourbon and soda. One guest specifies Jack Daniel's brand of bourbon, whereas the other one refers Heaven Hill brand. From the guest point of view, they both ordered bourbon and soda, standardized drink recipes and portion. If a beverage operation is even moderately busy, it's simply unrealistic to assume that the bartender can stop each time an order comes in. Consulting a written standardized recipe as discussed in chapter 3, and then prepare the drink request. The potential for employee theft is greater in the bar than in the kitchen. Purchasing beverage products. Most food services, operators select only one quality level for food products. Once a determination on necessary quality level has been made and a product specification written, then only that quality of egg, lettuce, milk, bread, and so on is selected. In the area of alcoholic beverage products, however, several levels of quality are generally closed. This ensures that a beverage product is available for those guests who wish to purchase the very best, while a product is also offered for those guests who prefer to spend less. Determining beer products to carry. Beer is the most perishable of beverage product. The full date or expiration date on this product can be as short as a few months. Because of this, it is important that the beverage operator only stock those items that will sell relatively well. This generally means selecting both brand and packaging method. Brand selection and packaging. Brand selection, beverage operators typically carry between 3 and 10 types of beer. Some operators, however, stock as many as 50 or more. Packaging method. It makes little sense to carry the same beer product in both bottle and can.
My name is Vince Andre Desinan and this is my report. Determining wine products to carry. Determining wine's product to carry, which to carry is like beer, a matter of your selecting both product and packaging. Typically, you must determine if you will sell by the following: glass, split, half bottle, carafe, or bottle. Determining wine products to carry. In general, these products will be secured from your beverage wholesaler rather than grocery wholesaler. It makes little sense to use extraordinary fine wine in cooking. Wine list. Wine list is a term used to describe your menu of wine offerings that fits your own particular operation and guest expectation. Figure 4.7 is an example of a wine list that might use at a mid-price restaurant. For example, the wine list is at Tolliver Terrace in Figure 4.7. The wine list is first divided by the types of wines, grape varietals, sparkling wine, champagne, chardonnay, other white wines, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Pinot Noir. Each category of wines is then numbered as follows: 100 for sparkling wine and champagne for 200, for white wine, chardonnay, and other white wines, and so on. The second column in Figure 4.7 is the name and place of the unit or wine producer. The third column lists price by the glass and or the price per bottle. Determining spirits product to carry. Distilled spirits have an extremely long shelf life. Thus, you can make a mistake and purchase the wrong spirit product without disastrous result. If that product can be sold over a reasonable period of time, guest preference will dictate the types of the liquor that are appropriate for a given operation. But it is your responsibility to determine product quality levels in the beverage area. It is important to spot these trends and respond to them quickly. Packaging is not a particular issue as it for beer and wine in the selection of spirits for an establishment use. Beverage purchase order. The form in Figure 3.13 can be used to document the beverage purchase order. In the same way, it is used for food purchase. Special laws depending on the state and county may influence how beverage purchases are to be made or paid for. One of the first responsibilities you have is to become familiar with them, all applicable state and local laws regarding beverage purchase. As a general rule, wine, beer, and spirits are purchased by the case. Beer of case may also be bought by full or reduced quidlings. As with food product sale, container size usually results in a high cost per ounce. Receiving beverage product. The skill required to receive beverage product is somewhat less than what is needed for receiving food. The reason is that beverage products do not vary in quality in the same manner food products do. As with food products, receiving clerk needs a proper location, tools, and equipment. In addition, proper delivery schedules must be maintained. Receiving beverage product. Key beverage receiving products checks points. Corrected board. Corrected bottle size. No broken bottle or bottle seals. Freshness dates, beer. Correct vintage or year, producted on wine. Refrigerated state and if appropriate. Correct unit price. Correct price extension. Correct. And every total of errors are detected. Credit memo should be filled out and signed by both the delivery person and receive person.
Good day everyone, I am Jadler and I am part of the Group 5 HMPE 01 and I am here today to discuss about the beer storage, wine storage, liquor storage. First, the beer storage should be stored under refrigeration temperature of 36 to 38 Fahrenheit or 2 to 3 degrees Celsius because beer is unpasteurized and thus must be handled carefully to avoid spoilage. When receiving and storing canned and bottled beer, it is also important to examine freshness of dates. So, if ever the company will take the opportunity to have the new stored can and bottled beer, it is obligated that they will put this on a cold area to maintain the freshness of the beers. And it's also to always keep on checking the dates of the beers and canned because it is to avoid any kinds of failures in the job and to avoid the complaint of the customers. Storage should be clean and dust free. It is a great practice that we should always keep because it is the most important thing that can help make our customers impressed with our product, which is the beers. Next is the wine storage. Wine storage is the most complex and time-consuming activity required because storeroom personnel. Depending on the type and volume of the restaurant, extremely large quantities of wine may be stored. Regardless of the bottle size stored, the techniques for proper wine storage must be followed. The techniques for wine storage should be followed. In all circumstances, in the quality of the product, it is to be maintained and product losses are to be kept at minimum. Next is the liquor storage. At the last, spirits should be stored in a relatively dry storage area between 70 to 80% Fahrenheit or 21 to 27 degrees Celsius. Opposite to the beer, like in the first, beer should be kept into 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, which is cold. Unlike to the liquor storage that we should keep it into 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, which is we can feel almost hot temperature. Since these products do not generally require refrigeration, they might be stored along with the food products if necessary. So the liquor storage is being not very capable in being stored in the refrigeration because of the taste of it and the effects on it when we drink. So it can also be put in the storage room of the other products. It can be necessary for them to combine because of the area they want to be put. Like they are goods in 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, so they are likely the same with the other food products. So that's all about my report about beer storage, wine storage, and liquor storage. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Gina Millar and today I will be discussing about the bar transfer. While the great majority of the product cost related to bar operation is the area of a beverage, you must also manage the cost of those items associated with the preparation and service of beverage products. In the case of wine and beer, there are in general no addition to the beverage prior to serving and thus no additional product cost. However, when it comes to spirit, a wide variety of non-alcoholic food products can be served as a part of the drink order. Consider the case where a customer in your bar orders Irish coffee. Irish whiskey and boiled coffee are the two main ingredients in this classic drink. The cost of the spirit should be properly deducted from the bar's operating costs. In this situation, coffee is just as important as the whiskey in the drink's creation. Computing cost of beverage. The proper computation of beverage cost percentage is identical to that of food cost percentage with one important difference. Employee meals typically lack an inviolate because the consumption of alcoholic beverage product by working worker should be strictly restricted. As a result, staff refreshment would never be deemed a cost-cutting measure.
Good day everyone, I'm Blessed Gorty Espanolia, and for today's topic I will discuss about the special feature of liquor inventory. Determining the beginning and ending inventory levels for a beverage product is generally more difficult than determining these same levels for food. Food items can most often be weighted, counted, or measured for inventory purposes, and of course many of this method may be used for liquor inventory should you choose to do so. And open containers of beer, wine, and spirits can be counted. Open containers, however, must be valued also. Here are the three inventory methods are commonly in use to accomplish in this goal. They are weight, count, and measure. So first, we will start with weight. Liquors inventory by weight. The weight method uses a scale to weigh open bottles of liquor. This system is effective if you remember to subtract the weight of the empty bottle itself from the total product weight. That if you remember that each liquor, due to its unique specific gravity, or shall we say the density, must be weighted separately. The popular method of weighing liquor bottles is to manually take up every bottle's, eyeball it, and guess its bottle weight. But this is one of the most inaccurate method of taking inventory. For example, a bottle is measured a half full, 1/3 of a quarter full, and so on. This method does not account for a variance in bottle weight measure estimated by the different bartenders. It doesn't also factor in differently shaped bottles that make measurement through tenthing network but glorified guesswork. So next is the liquor inventory by count. Counting full bottles is easy. Counting the value of partial bottle is more difficult. You can do it rather quickly and fairly accurately. However, if you use the tens system, this system required that the inventory taker assign a value of 10 by 10 to a full bottle and 5 tenths to a half bottle, and so on. Then, when inventory is taken, the partial bottle is examined, the appropriate tenths is assigned based on the amount left in the bottle. That is why we will use the tenthing method in counting the liquor inventory. An inventory count or inventory counting is the physical verification of the numbers and conditions of the articles that are in stock, which is a tool within the inventory management. This is often done in order to carry out an audit to whether the technical bookkeeping stock matches the physical warehouse stock. Okay, and lastly is the liquor inventory by measure. Okay, some beverages manager determine products levels of open bottles in using a ruler to determine the amount of the bottle contains. Dollar values are then assigned to each inch of portion of an inch of inventory evaluation purposes. This method has a high degree of accuracy and is favored by many. The gauge levels visualize each bottle divided into 10 parts. That is how to measure a liquor bottles for inventory based on the measured. Then have them estimated how many tenths of the bottle is still left. If the bottle is half full, they'll recorded as 0.5. If the bottle is 9 tenths full, they are recorded as 0.9.
Sales mix, defined as a series of case purchasing decisions that result in a specific food or beverage cost percentage. Sales mix affect overall product cost percentage anytime guests have a choice among several menu selections, each one having its own unique product cost percentage. For each of these, you calculate a distinct beverage cost percentage outlets for beverage. As shown in the table, the beverage cost percentage can be calculated using a formula of cost of beverage sold divided by beverage sale equal beverage cost percentage. For example, location, banquets. Cost of beverage is $20,500 divided by the beverage sale, which is $80,000 is equal to 25.6% of beverage cost percentage. For Starlight Bar, the cost of beverage is $10,350 divided by beverage sales of $45,500 is equal to 22.7 beverage cost percentage. For Harris O's, $16,350 cost of beverage divided by 67,000 beverage sales equals 24.4 beverage cost percentage. The total is 47,200 cost of beverage divided by beverage sales of 1,902,500 is equal to 24.5 beverage cost percentage.
So that's all for today's, and I hope you have learned something in our discussion. Thank you and God bless. Bye.